I want to be happy, don't you? Hi, I'm Conchetta, cueing everybody to start this new year with the best resolution of all, to be happy. There's a wonderful lyric from an obscure song by Cole Porter. It goes, "We shall never be younger than we are today." Think about those words for a minute. When we realize the enormity of that simple fact, I am younger today than I will be tomorrow, it magnifies the importance of this one day in each of our lives. There'll never be another day exactly like this one. So, if wonderful things are happening today, it's important to be conscious of them and grateful, because at some point it will change, and that's not entirely a bad thing. It's said that we discover the most about ourselves and we grow more as human beings when we're challenged in some way. Well, think about the bad days you've had. For me, each time I've experienced pain or suffered a loss of some kind, when the struggle was over, it changed me in some unforeseen but positive way. When we can say, I am not the bad situation, we win. See, what I mean by that is, when we realize I am still me, and this pain I'm feeling, these bad days I'm experiencing, they're not forever. That's when we can open the door to moving on, to experiencing a transformation. Personally, some really bad times eventually changed how I chose to live my life. The cues I've discussed in earlier podcasts can bring us through good times and bad times. When we are aware of receiving them and pay attention to those cues, we can begin our life again. You've probably heard about the stages we go through in life, you know? Well, I've noticed that everyone doesn't necessarily experience those stages in the same life decade. I mean, I know some very young people who are incredibly wise, and some older ones who are not only beginning to know themselves, but they're only beginning to finally realize their full potential. The truth is, we're aging from the day we're born, but aging and getting old, they're not the same. A great example is my dear, dear friend, Dan Guerrero. He's in his 80s. He has more energy than men 30 years younger. He's constantly producing, directing, writing, performing. If he feels a tweak in his back, he doesn't have time for it. He has a lunch date in 20 minutes, and then he's driving downtown to a meeting. And tonight he's going to a concert. And next week, he's having 30 people over for cocktails and a buffet. Last year, when he was going through a very difficult time, he called me one day and he said, I looked at myself in the mirror this morning and I shouted, I'm still Dan Guerrero. Enough of this. Enough. He was alive. And in that moment, he was ready to move on and grab the rest of his life with both hands. Wow. It's so important that whatever is happening in our lives, we stop the madness and remember who we are every single day, good days and bad. We must be able to say, I am still me. You are still you. When we make a New Year's resolution to be happy, no matter what, it means that we say to ourselves, okay, what just happened is bad. So today is just not my day. Now, we may have to say it every day for a week or a month or however long it takes to get through a rough time, but each time I say it, I'm reminding myself today is not forever, and I am still me. Knowing that truth makes it easier to get to tomorrow. When we give ourselves the message to move on, we chip away at the struggle and begin stepping into a better, happier place. As we begin the new year, I'm reminded of a short, simple piece that was written by the brilliant poet Portia Nelson. In a mere 150 words, she wrote an autobiography in 5 short chapters. and I'm going to share it with you. Chapter 1. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes me forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5. I walk down another street. Whoa. Must it always take 5 chapters before we make that choice? How many years do each of those chapters represent? Whatever decade you're in, scroll through those pages and get to chapter 5 today. Walk down another street, and life can begin again. I'm reminded of one of my favorite quotes. It's been attributed to various people. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. Pick up your cue and walk down a happy street. Psychologists and scientists list many reasons why we human beings often continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. They have detailed lists of steps we can take to change those destructive patterns. But, I think the most important and simplest thing we can do to improve our lives is decide to be happy. And to do that, we must also be mindful. Mindfulness, it happens in the silence. It comes to us when we simply breathe and let ourselves be cued into peacefulness, gratitude, and a deep awareness of life. Your life, this moment in your life. Making the choice to be happy inspires us to walk down a new street. While we may not be able to avoid falling down every nasty hole, we can treat ourselves with kindness when we consciously turn away from those old depressing craters, change direction, and choose to walk through life with renewed purpose and energy. Happiness is highly contagious, and it helps make the world a better place because, happy people find it easy to smile, to say thank you, to be kind, generous, patient, and understanding, to care about each other. But, bottom line, life is full of both the ups and the downs. Stephen Sondheim's unforgettable lyrics from the Broadway musical Follies offers a perfect approach to it all. He wrote, "Good times and bad times. I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Plush velvet, sometimes just pretzels and beer. But I'm here. I've run the gamut, A to Z. 3 cheers, and damn it, c'est la vie. I got through all of last year, and I'm here. Look who's here. You're still here." Hear those finger snaps? You have just been cued. Give yourself and everyone around you a truly happy and a new year. Tell your friends about this podcast because, happiness grows bigger when it's shared. If you have a topic you want me to talk about, Google Conchetta Q's Women of a Lovely Age on YouTube. Men, you can do that too. And post your request in the comments section below. I plan to release a new episode every 2 weeks. Until then, have a happy, happy new year. And why not? Be happy.